What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Alex or Kruth, or whatever the fuck you want to call me, and today I'm going to show you how I remade kind of the drop from the Nghtmre Redline VIP drop. First things first, let's break down the drums. So all of the drums that we're using for this drop come straight from our Hybrid Bass Volume 2 sample pack. This pack sick as fuck, and the pattern goes boom, tuka tuka dun dun bum 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 bum, tuka tuka dun dun bam dum dum dum. Then I layered it with the clap, boom dum dum dum, and then on this like last dung there was like like a snare, and what I did is I grabbed the snare from the pack and I went to the pre-computed effects. I turned on the reverb thing right here and kind of gave it like a little reverb. I'm actually gonna channel it to shits, and we're gonna put more reverb on it so that it's like really big, like I'm talking about like huge like that. After that, I'm gonna put a fucking limiter on it and then like squash the McFucksticles out of it, and I'm gonna record that bitch. Sweet. And then I'm gonna grab it, drag it into the fucking playlist, normalize it, and then fucking line it up like that. Get rid of that because I don't want to use it no more. And then just slice it like this. Shablam, sklam, split. And then we got fire. Then I laid down some hats, and I used this hat called Clean. It sounds like this, and I made really fast MIDI notes. Like that. Last thing was I grabbed this clap called Keen, and then I grabbed this little part right here. I dragged it back into Edison. I dragged it into the fucking shit, and then I reversed it, and then I faded it in, and then we have like a little sweet little fucking sweep like that, right? So let me put it right under this bitch, and I put that behind every single one of my snare claps. So this is the drums. Where else have you heard some drums sound this fire, that fast? Tell me. You haven't, because you don't got this pack. And if you do, you're already winning. I put a lot of effort, love, and care into every single sound, so I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. The next thing, surprise, in case you didn't know, I released, and this is the first time I'm announcing it on the channel, I released my own Serum motherfucking preset pack, and it is available now. You can go download it, Threat Collective. It's sick as fuck. It's a bunch of different synths and presets, but that aren't like overly complicated, because I wanted to give you guys sound like fundamental, like foundations of sounds that you can then modulate and change on your own and create your own unique sounds. We'll put a new pattern and I'll explain what I did and how I did it. First thing I did was add that brass hit from the pack, which is this one right here, Bad Brass, and I dragged it into the step sequencer, and then I went to this shit right here and I picked my root note to be E, and I right clicked on it and I right clicked on E. Alright, so then I went to the piano roll and I played the notes that I wanted, which was E. So it goes, and that was it for the hornsticles. Then we got Serum. I honestly never thought I would make a preset pack. I was never really like a sound design person, but then I figured like I kind of do know enough to make my own pack. So I was like, yeah, let me make this shit. And I'm excited about it. I love it. Here, we'll just start a new patch. So let's open up the sound, and you know what? We'll play a little bit of a demo of like the other sounds that are in here. So I could just show off a little bit my little sound design fucking skills. How, bitch? So this is what we're using. And didn't do any changes to it. It's just that. So that was that one. And then for the wham, I duplicated it. And I just turned the FM modulation here, the frequency modulation. I just turned it up a little bit. I think I turned up the bend a little bit more. That sounds cool. I like it there. So that's where we're gonna keep it. Nice. For the last like shit, right? It's the same one. Let me clone it, and then I'm gonna move it down so I don't get confused. And on this one, I definitely did a couple more changes to it. So I got rid of the pitch thing, right? The pitch, it goes film. So obviously it's this one here. So I just brought it down. Oh fuck. Let's just do that. No, let's not do that. Let's do this. So my automation needs to be more like a fucking percussion, right? So I'm gonna shape my LFO thing to be more like percussion, kind of like this, and obviously speed it up. And then I'm gonna write the notes like taka taka tan tum on this shit, and that goes taka taka tan. Like that. Bitch, what the right? And see, as you can hear, we're already kind of getting there. But it needed to be a little bit deeper and shit. And this is what I mean by the purpose of this pack was to make very fundamental and basic sounds. So now I can go and start switching the wavetables, and I'm just gonna pick some random shit like yeah, we'll just leave it like that, and then I'm gonna mess with the filter a little bit. Let's use a different wavetable. That's kind of cool. We can work with that, and we'll just keep it like that for now, and then do some processing, and then go back and see if we tweak it a little more from there. And this is what it sounds like so far. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna route all of these to some shit in the channels, in the mixer channel, so we can process the sounds. So this first, well, the horns are already channeled to this one here, which is then channeled to our sidechain channel, which is being sidechained by Fruity Balance. And if you don't know how to do that, just look at the rest of my tutorials. I pretty much explained it in every fucking video, and I think I have a video on it as well. Anyway, so we have the sidechain, and then I also turned up the high frequencies a little bit on that horn, on that brass. And then, okay, on this one, we're gonna put the taka-taka-dum-dum shits. And then on this one, we're gonna put the long notes. Bam. All right, cool. So all of these don't really have anything on there, but I am channeling both the long notes and the tum-tum into the basses, into this basses channel that is then going to the sidechain. And what we have here is some really simple stuff, and it's all stock. Okay, no third-party plugins except for Serum. And the first thing is Wave Shaper, which is giving it a little bit of distortion, right? So it goes without it, and then with it. Okay, then you have a parametric EQ, bringing up and bringing down some frequencies. Then we have a multi-band compressor, and that's like on the Maximize 2 preset, I believe. And then finally, you have a limiter that is really squashing the sound. kind of. I brought the ceiling all the way up, the saturation just a little bit, tiny bit down, and then I turned up the gain to like a place that I thought sounded cool. Let's hear how the original one that I did before I started recording sounds like. You know what? I think this new one I showed you guys sounds cleaner. They're both cool. But yeah. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. Finally on the master, I just have a limiter with the same thing I just mentioned on the last one. The ceiling all the way up, the saturation a little bit low, and the gain to where I thought it sounded nice. And that is it. Obviously, you can go further and make this sound a lot more professional and like better, but I think this is a pretty good place to start, and it's a pretty cool remake. I think it's cool. It sounds cool. I don't know. And yeah, using both Hybrid Bass Volume 2 and my new Serum preset pack, CRWTH, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's try to get this video to 400 likes. If this video gets to 400 likes, I'll make another Nghtmre drop. How about that? As always, if you would like this FLP, it is available for all my Patreons. Shout outs to you guys. Thank you so much for your support over there. I think that's it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you guys on the next shit.